gentlemen, welcome over here to your first Dascar Philips Cup Series Season 6 it is now. We are here for the first ever duels of the Philips Cup Series, as the cars are already pulling on the racetrack. I will take you through what we're going to do. This will be the Rockstar Duels. That's what the name is going to be. Michael Krakender in number 4 car is the first car to be on the racetrack. What are we going to do? This is a practice session which will count as a qualifying for the 2 duel races. 42 drivers are going to race here. Then after 10 minutes we are going to have, actually it's already 9 minutes, but we're going to have 2 drivers, or everybody will put down a time. The top 2 drivers will be locked in. They have set qualifying or set positions for the Daytona 500. So just to make it a little bit more simple, because I screwed up talking. For example, Michael Krakender has put down the fastest time. Oh, not anymore. Michael Krakender put down the second time. Nick Caps put down the fastest time. If this stays like this, then Nick Caps will be on the pole for the Daytona 500. Second position would then be Michael Krakender, although it already has changed again. So the first 2, they are set for the front row in the Daytona 500. And all the others have to race. Well, pretty much that does only count if they don't wreck in or don't retire in the dual races. It's pretty simple. I just can't explain it like this. So Michael Krakender will put down the first fast lap time, and he puts down a 51.758. And more people are coming. Let's see. Nick Caps in the 88 can't beat him, and other people are now pulling on the racetrack. And this is what you gotta do, and we will see this more often, and eventually we will have all groups. And you could see Jeffrey Buckeye in number 12 car, he put down the fastest lap time this time, as he's right on the rear bumper of the 1 car. And he has to be careful though, and especially now with their 14 car of Kyle Thomas in the way. And Kyle Thomas is not even sure if he's going to participate in Daytona 500. He signed up for a car which was already taken. So yeah, that is not really allowed, and I asked him if he wants to drive the 14 car then. I haven't gotten a response, and if I haven't gotten a response before Sunday, he will be replaced by one of the replacement drivers. We have 5 replacement drivers: Leah Walker, William Duncan, Logan Smith, Zachary Robinson, and Nick Perry Clay or something. He's from Haiti. And, well, not really sure. So now it's the 7 car who's put down the fast lap time, Blake Hawshield. So, in the dual race, in first dual race, there will be everybody with an odd number as position over here. So the person who is in 1st, 3rd, 5th, 7th, 9th, and so on. And in the second dual race, we will have the person in 2nd, 4th, 6th, 8th, and 10th, and so on. Also changed a little bit with the bonus points. I said that the shootout winner, which was Sam Brady, that he would get 5 bonus points. Well, I changed that to 10 bonus points. The pole sitter over here, the person who puts down the fastest lap time within these 6 minutes which are left, will get 5 bonus points. Person in 2nd will get 2 bonus points. Then the winner of dual race 1 will get 3 points, and the dual race 2 winner will get 3 points as well. As it is still over here Blake Hawshield who has the fastest lap time in front of Jeffrey Buckeye. So this is a very fast group. There's Nick Caps and Jane Pinter. As we'll skip through, yeah, these people are running single file. And single file is not smart. You really have to be in a group. Only then you are fast. But we will see sooner or later everybody group. Here we have a group led by Ron Anderson with Tyler Everest over here, Larissa van der Voet. We got Connor Breen and Stephen Kimball. And, well, you really have to time when you are going fast and when you make a lap. As Michael Krakender has now put down the fastest lap time. Wonder where he is, as we'll skim through everybody over here. There he is, Michael Krakender, 4 car, making his Philips Cup Series debut after, pretty good season. Well, not really extremely good season in the Dirt Ringer series, as he is now working together with Zach Sasser. And that actually reminds me that I had to change. Jane Pinter was in the 27 over here, but it should not be Jane Pinter. I will change that before the duels. I think it was Nick DiCarlo, so I apologize about that. Jane Pinter suffered a broken arm in the Starbucks Super Speedway Series race yesterday as the 12 car. This group is going fast. And you could see that as Eline Suiter, who's right over here, she put down second best time, just 1/1000th of a second faster than the 14 car, who's also in this group. And still the 4 car who's the fastest car. Here we got, well, Evelyn Ladder. She's running a terrible qualifying run. She is all alone and she's in the 33rd position. These guys are also not very good. 26th and 33rd. Now they are 33rd. Evelyn Ladder will be 34th then. Here we have a fast group, and here we have another fast group. As the 36 car now put down the fastest lap time. There he is, Jeremy Duby, who is back for another season over here in the Phillips Cup Series. As we have 3 minutes and 20 seconds to go. It is now Jeremy Duby and Michael Krakonder in first and second. That would mean that only they would be certain of their starting positions for the Daytona 500 for now, if this stays the same, which won't, I think. And all the others will have to race in the dual race, and that finish will be deciding where they will start for the big 500. And of course it's important also for bonus points. A lot of bonus points over here. I really want to get these races make these races more important. Because, well, qualifying is not extremely important for the Daytona 500 since, well, everybody will get passed again very soon. It's all at the end of the race, nothing will look the same anymore as when it started. But look at this group. You want to be in a group, but not in a group which is this big. There is the 27 car. Nick DiCarlo should be in this car. At least I believe it's Nick DiCarlo. I gotta look it up for sure. There, Jocelyn van der Aert has now... Oh my goodness, Jocelyn van der Aert has now put down the fastest lap time in the Nissan. Of course, we have a lot of new manufacturers over here. Nissan is one of them, Volkswagen. We got more Audis, we got Cadillac back. Cadillac. Oh, contact! Almost got turned around over there. Nick Caps in the 88 car. Right into the 32 car. And which person will be the fastest this time by? It seems like still Jocelyn van der Aert over here. With the 7 car now in second position there. Blake Hawshield. 1.5 minutes to go. Let's see. There, Andrea Eriksson is on pit road. Mason Wood is coming out of pit road. And Mason Wood, this is quite an amazing story. The person who signed up with Andrea Eriksson, Samantha Emerson and Kenny Bale. Kenny Bale used to be in this car, but he was so kind to give that car to Mason Wood. Really liked that move of him. He just said, well, I have already enough drivers, and so let's just give that car to one of the replacement drivers, as he's now going to be right in the middle over here of a big group, and he's going to hold them up. Less than a minute to go, and after that we'll get our races. I will first have to set everything. Still Jocelyn van der Aert is in the lead, and look at this, Dirk Rookloot all alone. Jeff Stevens all alone. Jeff Stevens rookie and Dirk Rookloot as well. Emily Michaels this time in the 8 car. She will be switching rides together with Ray Takeda. And here we got the 4 car, who's now in a little bit smaller group. Let's see what he can do. Michael Krakonder. He put down a 4th time. 4th place time. Let's see. There, Jocelyn van der Aert. And she's coming in. Ooh, she's taking a gamble over here as we have 10 seconds to go. She really hopes that nobody's going to crack the time. Let's see if she can make it. Oh, time is up now. Time is up. Let's see. Let's see. Everybody will have to finish, I believe, now. Samantha Emerson. Let's see. There we go. Jackson Phillips. Still the 1 car on top. I'm not even sure if they are going to better their times. But it may already be set. So we'll just skim through everybody there. Anna Gregg, Elise Cortecas making her first full season. And I think it will be set. That will mean that your last season's champion, Jocelyn van der Aert, in the number 1 Norton Nissan will be on the pole for the Daytona 500. And that is only if she doesn't wreck in Gatorade Duel Race 1. There's Stephen Kimball finishing. And here our big group again. And ladies and gentlemen, we're almost done here. Not yet, almost. 27, well, I think the field is now set. Finally, so we're just waiting and looking around over here at these beautiful cars. Of course, big thanks to Joseph Nesto. He has painted a lot of these cars, so I'm really thankful for that. And there you have Jocelyn van der Aert. She's coming on the racetrack again. Took a big gamble. No, but she probably knew that she was not going to be faster, so she is going to be on the pole. And there's we are done. So now everything is said and done. Here we have it. Your official, well, this is our official qualifying for the Gatorade Duel races. So, ladies and gentlemen, Jocelyn van der Aert will be on the pole for the Daytona 500. Blake Halshield will be in second on the outside pole for the Daytona 500. They are set. Then Kyle Thomas and Mike Krakon and Jeremy Duby and all those other people, they will have to race. Nothing is set yet for them. If they wreck in the dual races and they are, well, 31st, well, not 31st, it's not possible, only 22, 21 cars in every dual race. If they finish in 20th or 21st, they will be lined up and they will fall all the way back. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is how we're going to do it. And, well, it's of course a big difference. It already makes a pretty big difference if you're in 6th or 7th, because that means inside the line or the outside line. But oh well, that's how this is going to play out. Ladies and gentlemen, Jocelyn van der Aert in the number 1 car will be on the pole for the Daytona 500. And we're going to look at Rockstar Duel Race number 1 after this. I will put everything ready. In that race will be featured Jocelyn van der Aert, Kyle Thomas, Jeremy Duby, Jeffrey Buckeye, Inge Lambuliana, Zach Sasser, Eline Seitz, Sean Howell, Nick DiCarlo, no, not Nick DiCarlo, in the 27 car, Keith Black, Emily Michaels, Stephen Kimball, Andrea Eriksson, Nick Caps, and then we'll move down. Connor Breen, Ron Anderson, Jeff Stevens, Jackson Phillips, John Ciudadino, Samantha Emerson and Mason Wood, and all the others will be in the second duel race. So I will put once again, before we start, I will put down the entry list of everybody who is going to race in what race. So you can look at that. You can look the other race if you want to. If you don't want to, no problem at all. Races will be 10 laps around here, around Daytona. So yeah, we will be right back. We'll put everything said and done. 5 bonus points for Jocelyn van der Aert. So she is at the moment second in the championship, but that doesn't really matter that much. Of course, still leading is the 89 car of Sam Brady, simply because he won the shootout. And Blake Halshield will be in the second duel race. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching, and I will be back in a few moments. Same video though. This is fun to do. I gotta say, it's fun to do, to finally watch some practice and some time trial things. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're done, and we will be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back again over here, and I'm going to show you your starting grid. We have 22 to 21 drivers who are going to battle for third position, not for the lead, but for third position. So the starting grid is exactly the same as the finishing order of the qualifying practice we did a few moments ago. That means that over here Jocelyn van der Aert is on the pole position. The smartest thing for her to do would be to fall completely to the back, just half a track behind the leaders and behind the big group, and then to just finish over there and at least finish. And well, because of course if she retires, she's done and she will lose her pole position. But we know that this game is not programmed to do that, so she will be racing as hard for the win as all the others. And besides that, of course, we have bonus points over here. 3 points for the winner, and everybody else gets nothing, not a single thing, except for the starting position for the Daytona 500. So Josle van Aert on the pole. What happens if she wrecks? Then it would be over here Kyle Thomas in the 14 car, who is going to get the pole then in that case. And well, that's of course if he does finish. And Kyle Thomas, once again, not sure if he's going to race. Even if he's not going to race, and it will be Leah Walker then taking over from him, as she's on top of the list of the replacement drivers. Even then, Leah Walker would be on the pole position. It would be kind of funny if Leah Walker out of nowhere would be on the pole without her even having a single moment in this car. So, but it's possible. Third is going to be Jeremy Duby in the number 36 car. Fourth is Jeffrey Buckeye in 12. Inge Lambliana in 5th position. Sixth is Zach Sasser. 6th, Zach Sasser. That's it. TND, top-notch racing development driver, taking over from Bastianise, and well, eventually all the points that he will get will go to Bastianise when she returns, and she was planning on returning mid-August, so just for you to know that. Eline Suite then in 7th position. 8th is Sean Howell. 9th over here is the 27 car, and it was indeed Nick DiPalmo who's going to be driving this car, and possibly also for the Daytona 500. We're not sure yet. So, well, pretty shame, or a big shame to see Jane Pinter out of this car, but oh well. Keith Black in the number 41 car, back in that scheme. Emily Michaels in the 8th car. Actually, it wasn't sure even if Emily Michaels was going to race this. Maybe she's not even racing. That's just simply because she also got injured. And, well, Joshua Michaels said that she would be out for 2 races in the Starbucks Super Speedway race or series. And those two races did the second one of those yesterday. So she should be alright and racing again. But we're not sure yet. And if she wasn't ready, we apologize. Then we got 97 car of Stephen Kimball, and I believe he's going to be a rookie. Andre Eriksson in the number 76 car, Rockstar Energy Drink as a sponsor. Of course, these are the Rockstar Duels. So getting ready for Rockstar Duel race number 1. Nick Capps in the 88 car. Then we got Connor Breen coming back in the number 53 car, 5th third bank as a sponsor. In the Chevy Cobalt, there are like 3 or 4 different Chevys in this field. The Chevy Cobalt, the Chevy Impala, and the Chevy SS. And we almost had the Chevy Illumina, but didn't make that one. Here's another of those Chevys. Ryan Anderson, the Australian, in this car. Max Power, the other Australian, will be in race number 2. Jeff Stevens in number 44, rookie from Keith Batson's team, KAB Racing. We got Jackson Phillips. For him, it was the same story as Emily Michaels, and if he was not supposed to drive, it would be Dan Smart in this car, most likely. We got John Cittadino in the 02 car then. Samantha Emerson in the number 2 car, and just got the report from him a little bit. There's like a huge family over there of Emersons, Ericsons. So Samantha Emerson is apparently the wife of the brother of Christine or Jamie Emerson. I'm not sure. I think it was Jamie Emerson. So it's a little bit complicated, but it's fun. The Big Cap family. Of course, this car made by Joseph Nesta, so full credit to him, as with a lot of these cars. And finally, we got Mason Wood in the number 52 car. So we're going to get this race started. 10 laps around here. Caution very likely. Yes, indeed, caution very likely. 3 wide. That's inevitable. I wouldn't even be surprised if they would go 3 wide already after just 1 or 2 turns or so. Jos Leeuwenhoek in number 1 car. She won the championship, season 5. And she continues to be extremely strong. And she's going to try to win the first race. And if she makes it, she would be on the pole. That would mean that she would be locked in for the season 7 shootout race. Of course, the shootout race were with only with pole sitters. And the All-Star race will be with the winners. And yes, we're going to have an All-Star race halfway through this season. So a lot of fun to do that, I think. But it's still a lot of fun to do this, ladies and gentlemen. The inaugural duels over here, the Rockstar Duels, and race number 1 will be underway in 3, 2, 1. And here we go with your past series season champion on the pole. Actually, I wasn't. I was pretty surprised she was fast because she never has been fast in the test race. Oh! That was close. Zach Sasser and the 38 car almost got into each other. And there you can see Jeremy Doobie charging to the front. Going by Kyle Thomas, rookie Kyle Thomas. And there indeed you could see in the back they go 3 wide, Jackson Phillips, John Cerdina and Samantha Emerson. Here goes Jeremy Doobie, but he's losing it from Kyle Thomas, who's getting the run on the outside. With a push from the 12 car of Jeffrey Buckeye. Inge Lambliana down low as well with Aileen South there. And the 27 of Nick DiPalmo. And we got a battle for the lead now. Jeremy Doobie trying to get to the lead as they go 3 wide behind there. And look at this field. Ladies and gentlemen, we're officially underway. And Aileen South makes it 3 wide for the lead. In her Ed Sheeran car, it's back again. I think it's the 3rd season or so that she's been driving this car. But, well, she likes it. And I still am a big Ed Sheeran fan, so why not? Nick DiPalmo in the number 27 car. Going to the outside. There we got Emily Michaels in the 8th car. And Andrea Eriksson going 3 wide for 2nd position now. And, well, look at Jos Leeuwenhoek, where she is at this moment. Indeed, she's in a battle with 4 wide. And we know that 4 wide is not going to work. Ladies and gentlemen, hang on tight. Because there we go. Oh, and almost up and over goes the 14 car of Kyle Thomas. My goodness, what a big crash. And the caution is out. Keith Batson also involved there. Connor Breen goes to the lead. Wow, that was big. And of course I saw it coming. 4 wide still does not work. It still does not work. Connor Breen in number 53 car in the lead. And he will be leading them back around. Most likely. But we're not done yet, of course. There will be 4 laps under caution, I believe. I'm not sure exactly how many, but will be 3 or 4 laps. So Connor Breen leads them back over here, right in front of Zach Sasser. Ooh, and he's getting a run. Zach Sasser getting a run. Who got it? I think Zach Sasser got it. Wow, that was a big charge. Look at that, 0.0 seconds. My goodness. Oh, I just want to know how that was set up. 1,000th of a second. Oh my goodness. 1,000th of a second between Zach Sasser and Connor Breen. That was close. That was extremely close. There we got Kyle Thomas. Almost tumbled it over. Already in the duels we almost had flip number 1 of the season. Keith Black involved. Jeffrey Buckeye involved. And Stephen Kimball involved. Nick Caps possibly involved. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a look what happened over here. Bring us under our first caution of the season. Big one in the tri-oval. We saw every single thing of this wreck happen live just because they went forward and I was like, oh no, here we go. And yes, indeed, there we went. Contact between the 97 of Stephen Kimball and the 41 car as they move up the racetrack, then got into Kyle Thomas. Kyle Thomas moved around and look at that ride. Boom, on his side. Almost flipped over the Martini car. Still one of my favorite paint schemes. But they're all beautiful. All cars are beautiful in this field, so. Sean Howell also involved your Dascar Shell Dirtwinger Series Season 1 champion. What a big hit for Kyle Thomas. We're going to take another look from this. We'll go onboard with him as well. Here we go. Look at that. Look at this. Here we go. Into the wall on his side. Lucky not to flip over. I think he had the same thing as what Renesmee Brown had. Well, no, Renesmee Brown did not. In Season 3 that was. But that was the 41 car then of Rob Bob flying. We've had amazing moments here at Daytona. I can tell you that. And I'm sure that this season will have amazing moments as well. Just because this is already a record-setting week. As this is the first official speed weeks. As we have both the shootout and the duels. First ever duels. The second shootout ever. So this is amazing weekend. And I really like it. Or amazing week, I should say. Can't wait for I couldn't wait for this race as well. So anyway, Kyle Thomas on board with him. Almost went for the ride of his life already. In his first start in this series. There he goes. Oh, wow. Oh, Stephen Kimball spinning right in front of him. Stephen Kimball still very happy with his support. He said that he really likes what I'm doing. So I'm really thankful for that. Stephen Kimball in the number 97 car. But then look at what's going to happen next. I really thought that Connor Breen had it. I was 100% sure that he got it. But look at this. It's out of nowhere. It was the 61 car. And look at that. That was... No. That was not even visible. Well, from this camera angle it was. But look at that. That is insane. Can get another good camera view. Look at this. That's insane. That's like the closest finish at Daytona ever. But it wasn't even a full finish because we are still halfway through the race. So ladies and gentlemen, we'll take you to the green flag while Zach Sasser is leading. Here we go. Once again. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back again live with Zach Sasser in the lead in his first... Well, this is pretty much his Phillips Cup Series debut, as we have quite some people making their debut over here. Connor Breen over here in second position. Third is Mason Wood, two people who have gone away and are back in the Phillips Cup Series and happy with that. Samantha Emerson in fourth position, rookie. John Cittadino in fifth position. Jeremy Duby in sixth position. Seventh, Andrea Eriksson, I believe, yeah, she's a rookie too. Eighth, Jeff Stevens, a rookie. Ninth, Inge Lamboliana, well, pretty much veteran, two-time champ. And 10th, Nick DiPalmo, which is also a rookie, but he's racing for Jane Pinter, so. Two people are out of this race, and those are indeed the 12 car and the 14 car. That's heartbreaking for Jeffrey Buckeye and Kyle Thomas. And the weird thing is, Kyle Thomas started in second position, Jeffrey Buckeye started in fourth position. So they had fast cars in the qualifying. Just bad luck over here, fell to the back, and then exactly at the moment that they were in the back, big crash happened. So ladies and gentlemen, 61 car of Zach Sasser is going to lead them back around again, as we are going to have 3 laps to go. And now it will be the question, of course, if Joslev and the Art Rex, who will be on the pole then? Indeed, it will be Jeremy Duby on the pole. Jeremy Duby running in 6th position, but now it is the battle for third starting position over here. With Zach Sasser, Connor Breen over there, Mason Wood, Samantha Emerson and John Cittadino all lined up. Let's see if anybody is making a move. Well, most likely. No! Yes. Oh. I almost thought, like, how are they not passing each other? There's Stephen Kimball. Well, he's falling a little bit back. Keith Black as well. Jackson Phillips is pretty slow. I wonder why. He may have gone a little damage. And now we go 3 wide over here. Connor Breen on the outside falling back. Zach Sasser in the lead. Mason Wood in second. We got 2 laps to go when we start cross finish line. When we start cross finish line. Yeah, sure. Mason Wood. And he's having a run on Zach Sasser. Is he going to make a move? No, not because Andrea Eriksson is making a move in the 76 Rockstar car. Oh, no, can't make it. Jeff Stevens right behind our rookie. We got 4 rookies. Well, Mason Wood is pretty much a veteran actually. He has been racing in this series for like 2 or 3 seasons. This is his 3rd season, I believe. And he's making a move now on Zach Sasser. The TND car is going to fall back. Joseph Nesta, by the way, will be in 2nd race. Here comes Mason Wood. Samantha Emerson right behind him. And we know that the Emersons are fast at Daytona. But well, Christine Emerson and it was Jamie Emerson in the Star Super Speedway Series race. And here she comes. But is it too early? Is it too late? What would it be if the one car would win this race? It is possible. She's right there. And we go 3 wide for the lead now with Aileen Suit in the number 82 is in going to the front. Here we go. We have little less than 1 lap to go. Aileen Suit. Here comes Josselin van der Aert. Josselin van der Aert blocking the 27 car of will Nick De Palma make a move. Josselin van der Aert. If she would win this, she would have 3 bonus points plus 5 bonus points. She would be on the pole and winning this race. It would be amazing. I had never expected that. But here she comes again. Whoa, but 27 car is going to make a move. But I don't think it will be enough. Josselin van der Aert will be winning this race as they go 3 wide. Are there more cars? Yes, there are more cars. There. More cars? One more. One more? Flagman will keep on waving his flag. That means there is somebody else. There they are. More people? Wow. No. Okay. Wow, that was amazing. How about Josselin van der Aert winning that race? She was so lucky. She was so lucky not to be involved in that wreck as it happened right behind her. And eventually she went on winning this race. That is how strong she is. And this is actually her first win. But it is not an official race, so it does not count yet as an official win for her. As she still would still mean that she's winless, although she won this race. But we keep that in our minds. Josselin van der Aert. What would it mean? Well, because the winner of this race would be starting in 3rd position. That would mean... this is difficult. That would mean that Josselin van der Aert would be on the pole and the person in 2nd would be starting in 3rd position. That means that Nick De Palma would be starting in 3rd position. And even if Jane Pinter will be alright after this, even then it would be Jane Pinter starting in 3rd position. Jeremy Duby starting in 5th then. Aileen Suit in 7th. Connor Breen in 9th. Samantha Emerson in 11th. Jeff Stevens in 13th. Zach Sasser in 15th and so on. I'm not going to name all of them. Except for that Kyle Thomas will be starting in 41st position. He's going to be on the last row. So ladies and gentlemen, Josselin van der Aert, she won the qualifying, well, the qualifying practice. I call it a qualifying practice. I like that word. So, and she went on winning the first race. So she will be having 8 bonus points and will be right behind Sam Brady. That's amazing. Great job by Josselin van der Aert. Seems like she's really strong. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was your first Rockstar Duel race, and we'll go with the 2nd duel race. And in a few moments, I'm going to change everything. And indeed, on the pole over there will be the person who qualified in 2nd position, Blake Hawshield. And well, could Blake Hawshield win that race as well? We don't know. We're going to see, ladies and gentlemen. We will be right back with your 2nd Rockstar Duel race. Everybody, ladies and gentlemen, YouTube, welcome back again as we are about to get the 2nd race of the Rockstar Duels started. Race 1 is just rounded up with Josselin van der Aert winning while she was already on the pole. And there's a message I gotta read pretty quickly. It's of Joseph Ernesto. So, all right. Okay. Yeah, sorry about that. Just for me, we have a lot of contact nowadays, so that's fun. So that means that this is, if you haven't seen it yet, or race one yet, this is going to be the same starting grid as everybody finished the qualifying practice with. So that means that Blake Halshield, who was the fastest, and who was second fastest, and fourth fastest was 4 car of Michael Kruk on the day on the front row. Blake Halshield in the number 7 car, 5 guys as a sponsor, Audi on the pole. Now we got Michael Krakander in the Hyundai Sonata in 4th position. Of course, both Hyundai Sonatas are in this race. The car that Josselin van Aert, who is on the pole for the Daytona 500, won the championship with last season without even having a win. She finally got her first win, which was an official one a few moments ago. We got Peter Saviano in the number 91 in 3rd position. Then we got Robin Podolski in 4th position. This is the person I mix Robert Pollard up with all the time. So I'm going like Robin Podolski. Wait, what? That's Robert Pollard in Starbucks Super Speedway Series. But here it is, Robin Podolski finally racing. And now I cannot say it wrong. You will see. Now I will say Robert Pollard all the time. No, probably won't. We got Anna Gregg in the number 18 car. And gotta say, this is a really slick looking ride. Joseph Vanessa painted this car as well as the number 18 Monster Energy. She has both Monster Energy and Bass Pro Shop, 2 different cars. I really like them. So Max Power at number 43. Not sure where Ron Anderson finished a few moments ago. I haven't put down that yet. I haven't written it down, but it doesn't matter. Max Power, the other Australian. Then we got Elise Corticas in number 23 Suzuki. The other Suzuki was in the other race. Andrea Eriksson. 2 Suzukis over here. Here's the other Hyundai Sonata. It's Dirk Roogloot in number 57 A&W Root Beer Hyundai. Really like this car. And apparently more people did because it was chosen like 2 or 3 times or so. Kelly Waters is then in the number 69 car. Teammate Natalie Hills is right behind her a few rows back in the number 96 car. Oops. We got John Andrews over here in number 32 Tissot Buick. Then we got Lursa Vandervoot, Season 4 Phillips Cup Series champion. Right next to Joseph Onesto in number 62 Top Notch Designs. Chevy, of course, teammate of Zach Sasser and also Basson Nice. Then we got the 30 car of Keith Batson, still in the Harley Davidson Motorcycles Ford Fusion. On his outside is Joshua Michaels in his awesome looking 04 car with Taylor Swift and how was the other chick called again? Avril Lavigne, of course, and Chaos Motorsports as his team in the 04 car, that is. Then we got the 96 car of Natalie Hills, a little bit different color, same scheme as the 69 car. Here we got our Falcon for Taurus, driven by Tyler Everest. I really like this scheme. It is pretty much a 100% Falcon type of race car. Same scheme as all the other Falcon cars. Just like this Golf scheme of Judith Piat in number 85. She's been driving this for more races, and there she is. As we got Tessa Jackson in the second Cadillac in the field. Well, not in this field, but the other one was Jeffrey Buckeye in race 1, and he crashed, so not very good for Cadillac. As Tessa Jackson here in the 10 car. Then we got the 24 car of Dam Caps. Shoot, I still haven't asked for the second scheme that Joseph Nessa possibly had painted. Oh well, doesn't matter. That much, he will be racing this car anyway for the Daytona 500. On his outside, Sam Brady, number 89 car, of course, your shootout winner. And I keep on saying your shootout winner, but I'm not even 100% sure if it was. But I'm 90% sure that Sam Brady won it, so. Oh well. And in the rear of the field, it is Evelyn Lauderer in the German colored Hollister Audi tribute car for André Lotterer, German Deutsche endurance racing driver. So ladies and gentlemen, you're going to see a great race over here. Dual race number 1 had 1 caution. Pretty big crash, almost had the first flip of the season with Carl Thomas getting on his side. So I'm curious how that will play out. Joslev van der Aert did not only, she had to survive that race just like Blake Hochschild to keep that spot over there. That second, Joslev van der Aert for the pole and Blake Hochschild for the outside pole on the Daytona 500. If he survives that, he's on the outside pole. If he wrecks though, it would be the 4 car of Michael Krakander on the outside pole, and if he wrecks, it would be the 91 car of Peter Saviano on the outside pole. So we're going to see how this play out. Joslev van der Aert lucky to escape the crash, which involved like 5 or 6 cars, and eventually she even went on to win that race. So let's see what Blake Hochschild can do. Can he also win this race? Ladies and gentlemen, we are green flag racing once again here at Daytona for the second Rockstar Duel race. And I really like doing these duel races. It's pretty much like heat racing, and maybe I'm going to do that more often this season. I haven't made a schedule yet for you guys to know. I will do that later. Expect some new racetracks to be on there and some others to be removed. As Blake Hochschild is still in the lead, Anna Gregg sliding in right behind him. Here comes Elise Kortekas. Oh, Blake Hochschild makes the move to block down low, as Anna Gregg now makes the move down the high side, but she's not going to make it there. Really not going to make it, as 23 car is down low. Elise Kortekas in her, well, first full season, this would be in the Philips Cup Series and in any series as well, I believe. Elise Kortekas, just for you guys to know, some people thought that she was my girlfriend, as I let everybody guess who was my girlfriend. Some people thought, 2 people thought it was Elise Kortekas, but Elise Kortekas, actually the brother of Joslev van der Aert, is her girlfriend, or is her boyfriend. Okay, so that's how that played out. Here's Kelly Waters, sibling of Kevin Waters in the Dirt Series, and very good friend, I believe, of Natalie Hills. I'm not even sure if they are family, but Natalie Hills in the number 69 car, they are also teammates. Here comes Judith Piet to the fast. Oh god. Oh god. We have 4 wide, and that went wrong in the previous race, and here we have it. Again wrong, with Elise Kortekas getting right on the hood of the number 08 car. My goodness. Big crash over here. Michael Krakander pulling on pit road. Important news. Blake Hochschild survived it. So in the lead is Kelly Waters, 2nd, Judith Piet 3rd is Dam Caps, 4th is now Tyler Everest, and Evelyn Lauder in 5th position. Big crash over here. Peter Saviano was involved in this. Well, 4 wide once again went wrong. We've seen it happen more often. Ladies and gentlemen, this wreck was even bigger. Involved more cars than the wreck in race 1. And Elise Kortekas went airborne, went right on top of the 08 car of Roman Podolsky. We are going to take a look at the replays and also at who retired from this wreck. Ladies and gentlemen, another wreck over here at Daytona in the second duel race. Oh my goodness. It was the 1 car of Joslev van der Aert who just escaped the wreck, and look at this. Look at where it was Blake Hochschild was. He was right in front of this. He was also lucky to escape this wreck, so he might win this race as well as Joslev van der Aert. If that's going to happen, I'm going nuts. Look at how close he was. He barely made it there. Dirk Roogloot got a piece of it as well. Max Power involved, Peter Saviano involved, big damage to Michael Krakander, Anna Gregg, Roman Podolsky, John Andrews and Elise Kortekas cars that were involved. I'm pretty sure that some of these are going to retire. We had 2 retirements in the previous duel race. I think there are going to be more in this one. At least Elise Kortekas is most likely going to retire. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Right on top of the 08 car. And I think Anna Gregg may be alright, but I'm not sure. And look at this mess of 6 cars, as in total of 7 cars were involved in this, I believe. Might be 8, but wow. On board now with... No, first we're going to take another camera angle. Look from this, ladies and gentlemen. There, Peter Saviano, as we'll go full speed. Look at how close it was. 23 car almost got into the 7 car of Blake Hallshield. Oh, worst camera angle ever. And there they go, sliding by. Wow. Big crash over here at Daytona, and the second big crash of the day. Still no flip, but well, they say in, I don't know what, somebody told me what they say in America, like the third time is golden or something. I'm not sure. In Dutch we say 3 keer scheepsrechts, which means pretty much the first time is fine, the second time is fine, the third time is straight ahead, and that would mean that the third airborne crash would be a flip. So onboard, that's not onboard. That is onboard with Elise Corticas right behind the 7 car of Blake Hallshield. How lucky he was. Here we go. Oh man. Right in front of the only Toyota in this field of Anna Gregg. Only one Toyota in this field, yeah. It's a great looking one though. As now we'll go to the 08 car of Robin Podolski, who suddenly had an unexpected passenger over here. Look at that in front of you. Oops. Oh my god. Wow. What a ride. Robin Podolski, one of the 7 or 8 cars involved in this one. A little bigger crash than the first one was. So we're going to take a look at how many cars have retired as Kelly Waters is in the lead. Ladies and gentlemen, we will take you to the green flag once again. Well, it seems like we're almost getting a replay of dual race number 1 over here. As it was the 2 people who had reserved, or who had, how do you call it? Vast posities. Positions which were already set, which were of course Jos van der Aert and Blake Hallshield, just escaping the crash. Both wrecks were involving involved a airborne crash, or somebody going airborne, not flipping over though. And indeed, both wrecks involved 2 cars which are out the race. And indeed, those 2 are Elise Corticas and Michael Krakander. They will be starting 40th and 42nd in the Daytona 500. As it is Kelly Waters in the lead, Judith Piet in the second, Dam Caps in third, Tyler Everest in fourth, Evelyn Lauder in fifth, Sam Brady in sixth, Keith Batson in seventh, Joshua Michaels in eighth, Lars van der Voet in 9th and 10th, Blake Hallshield. And keep an eye on that number 7 car of Blake Hallshield, as well, if this race would be an exact copy of race 1 except for with different cars, it would be Blake Hallshield winning this race. So, but of course you never know what's going to happen, as it is Daytona. Maybe we'll have another wreck, you never know. We only had 1 wreck in the first race, and we also don't know how many cars will be off the pace, so we're going to see that. Pace car is going to pull off over here, which will give the lead to Kelly Waters, and let's see how good of a restart she can get. We got Ford, Volkswagen and Chevy, 3 different manufacturers in the top 3. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Kelly Waters brings them to the green. As we actually got the first 5 cars, different manufacturers, with Ford, Volkswagen, Chevy, Ford Taurus and Audi. There, Kelly Waters still leading them, as we already made some moves over here. It is Joshua Michaels going by Keith Batson. Tessa Jackson moving to the front in her Cadillac, going by Blake Hallshield. And, well, Joshua Michaels is on the move over here in the 04 car, it seems like. As we got a little bit of battle up here for the lead. Well, not for the lead, but for second position. Judith Piet will get passed by Dam Caps in the number 24 car. Dam Caps, one of the 2 capses in the field, I believe. There he goes by the 85 car, as also Evelyn Lauder will go by them. And Evelyn Lauder now going to second position. She started last. She had the slowest time in the dual race, and here she goes for the lead. And she makes it. Evelyn Lauder from 21st to first position in just 8 laps. Because it is Daytona. And look at that, the 7 cars lining up on the inside line. So we got 3 laps to go. It would be kind of amazing if you would win this race. I would be speechless then. But we're not there yet. We still have 2.5 laps to go. Joshua Michaels now goes to the lead as they keep on switching leaders over here in every single turn. That's pretty much how we're going to see Daytona racing. And some cars off the pace here. Peter Saviano, Rowan Podolski, Anna Gregg, Max Power, John Andrews, Larissa Vandervoot. Larissa Vandervoot. Well, apparently she was involved in the wreck. She had a little bit of damage over here. And look at that. Joshua Michaels now in the lead. 2 laps to go. Still that 7 car of Blake Hawshield on the low line. Lining up and trying to go to the front. Sam Brady is there. Of course, your shootout winner. Looking to extend his points lead as he has 10 points, of course, of winning because of the shootout win, and he's trying to get more points. And though Joshua Michaels is looking strong, here comes Tessa Jackson. Oh, and there goes Blake Hawshield, 3 wide, and he's in the middle, and he's not going to win this race, but doesn't matter. He will be starting in 2nd position, and we'll have 2 bonus points, I believe. Here we go, Joshua Michaels with a big lead on the pack as we will have the white flag. Will it be Joshua Michaels or can somebody reel him in? This is the battle, this is the race for 4th position on the grid. And look at this, Dom Caps is coming though. Dom Caps is coming together with Judith Piet and Kelly Waters. And they're having a run as well. Here we go, here we go. 24 car, is he going to make a move? Yes he is, Dom Caps in the 24. Goes down low on the 04 car. And there comes Kelly Waters with the run. Dom Caps down low, taking the lead in the final turn. Shame for the 04 car, but I don't think it will be enabled to enough. Not for him as well as the 69 car. Ladies and gentlemen, 4th will be starting. Dom Caps as he wins the duel race number 2. Perfect timing. Though I can't see the flagman now. But I know that there are still cars coming. Peter Saviano was in last position. So, still need one of them. Peter Saviano, now need 1 car. Citgo as a sponsor. I really like that car though. So, there he is. There we have it. And here we have your official results. Dom Caps won this race and he will be starting in 4th position. Blake Hawshield didn't wreck, and where did he actually finish? 9th position. So that means that he will still be in 2nd position. The top 2 has not changed of the qualifying. So great job by Blake Hawshield, at least in finishing this race. So once again, 4th position would be starting then the 24 car of Dom Caps. In 6th position it will be Kelly Waters. In 8th position Joshua Michaels. Judith Piet will be in 10th position, Evelyn Ludder in 12th, Natalie Hills in 14th, and Joseph Nesto in 16th. As Dirk Roogelaat will be starting in 18th, and then 20th will be Keith Batson. Ladies and gentlemen, that's your full, well, that's at least, these are the results of this race. Ladies and gentlemen, we're done with the dual races. I'm going to give you your full lineup for the Daytona 500. By the way, I used a program just for you to know. Which is Save Game Editor or something, in which you can edit your starting position. Fairly easy to use, and it's very practical for doing these dual races, because without that program I would not be able to do this. So once again, Elisa Cortica starting in 40th and Michael Krakonder in 42nd. Great races we had over here, and I want to thank you for watching. And man, I cannot wait for this Daytona 500, as it's going to be a blast. It's going to be a 50 lap race, which is 25% of the full Daytona 500, which is going to be the longest Daytona 500 I have ever done, I believe. So that is going to be amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching, as I will see you soon for the Daytona 500. Will be coming Sunday with Joslev van der Aert on the pole position and Blake Hawshield on the outside pole. Starting grid will be up soon, ladies and gentlemen, or will be up at the end of this video. So for now, I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you at Daytona. Ladies and gentlemen, we're done for the duels. And it was an amazing, amazing race. I really love doing this. So, well, this is definitely going to be happening next season. So I just forgot the victory screen of Joslev van der Aert But I'm sure she won't mind. But we'll going to get it this time. Ladies and gentlemen, Dom Caps won this race and he will be getting 3 bonus points. We're staying at Daytona for the Phillips Cup Series, and the Starbucks Super Speedway Series will go to, I'm not sure, Pixcliff, I believe. Dirt Ringer Series signups are almost up. I will put them on public tomorrow. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Dascar Phillips Cup Series Season 6, 2013. The field is set for Daytona. Can I press done, please?